Hey again. I'm taking this same mold that I made a mannequin with, and I'll put a link to that. And I'm trying this with it. Now this would be a more expensive way, because to do this, that's not a lot that I used. I used that much. And I got this at Walmart, and I can't remember how much it cost. But right here I'm leaving some cracks. So maybe that'll work, because I think it'll look kind of neat. And I might put like screen material or something right there. You know, like a mannequin might have inside it. I don't know, I'll put something maybe. And so, oh, and I keep my clay in 2 Ziploc bags, each one zipped up. Keep it fresh. And you don't have to heat this or anything, you just use it. Okay, let me move this. And I got a rolling pin somewhere, but I don't have type of space to roll it on really. I'm packing up a bunch of my junk for the building. And I just make it fairly thin. And lay it in there and shape it around. Oh, and on the bottom, I made it a little thick on the bottom in case I wanted on a stand with a wire going in it and a, you know, a little platform it'd sit on, because I don't want it to cave in easy. And I put a little more putty there just for strength in those areas. And so I'll slap another piece here and just push it down into that one. And then on the edge, I'll just, you know, do like that. And then I'll go back and get it off of the very top. So I'll be back. Okay, I just thought about trying something. I'm going to take some of this and make it like paper thin. And then I'm going to put it where the holes are. And maybe I can break that away pretty easy. I'm going to squish it on down on the edges. And then that might make a more natural looking hole. I don't know. But, you know, I'm getting it pretty thin. Like, I don't know if you can... I'm getting it pretty thin. I don't know if you can see the light through it. I'll just take it and... maybe that'll work. I'm not putting a whole lot of pressure in the middle, but I am attaching it. And I've made this one thick too, and that one thick, and I had the perfect tools to get it down in her... that's not that piece. To get it down in her boobies. It's a corn holder. So that worked pretty good. So I'll keep doing that, and I'll be back. Okay, I wanted to show you how much I used of this. I think there was a tad gone from another project, but it wasn't much at all. So this would be a more expensive way than paper mache or using lint, which I would never use towel lint again. Too much hair. Okay, I got her put together. I took that same air dry clay and I kind of mixed a little with water, smushing it and everything, and then I put it on top of, like say this is it, I put it on top of the edge, you know, and left a little blobby sticking out every which way, and then I stuck the other one down on it, and while I held it in place I just kind of smoothed it around. And I would have showed that, but I was doing it while we watched TV. And she feels a little delicate. I'm just trying different things. And she also has a little bit of a ridge. So I'm going to take this razor, and they say never cut towards yourself. I'm going to see if I can cut that down a little bit. Didn't know if it'd work. She might fall apart, who knows. Might be a better way to do it. Oh, my camera's wiggling. And so I'll be doing this, and then I got to figure out That's where I put the little patches behind the openings. And there's just a hole, and there's just a hole. A patch there, and a patch there. And I kind of like the way it looks with that inside. You know, I was going to break them away, but I don't know. And I got to figure out, do I want to paint her, or what do I want to do? Anyway, we'll figure it out. Okay, what I've done now is she's still all porous. I hadn't done anything to her. And I tried painter's tape, but it wouldn't stick because she's so porous. So I put some duct tape on there and kind of rubbed it hard because it don't want to stick good either. And I'm going to try to have some dry spots that don't take any glaze or paint. And I'll show you where I got that idea. And then I got one on the back too. Okay, this is something I just love. And she's got a spot, although it does have the green color in it. Mine will just be white. And it's got some dry spots there. See, it's even scratchy sounding. And then she's got the glaze. And I always like this a lot, so we'll see what I can do. Okay, so now, you know, I got my little Powerade that's got that, what do you call that stuff? Anyway, it's a glaze, kind of, Futrol or something. You use it in paint sprayers, but it's in a Powerade bottle. And it's got a little bit of tint in it. So I'm going to put a little bit of that in this plate. And it's hardly got any color at all. I'll show you. And then, whoa, I'm going to put some of this metallic bronze paint in it. Okay, now I kind of went back and purposely wiped some away. Because where I was touching it when I turned it around, I kind of liked the way it looked. So, but yeah, I like regular glazes better than that stuff. I think it's called Futrol, or I don't know. I really don't know. See where I touch it? It just takes some of it off. Got too much off right there, I believe. And I think I need to go in a little darker. I don't know. I don't know what that line is, but we'll take care of that somehow. Let's see. I guess I could try it while I'm on here. I wonder why it's got that line. I don't know. She looks kind of old, don't she? Oh. Let me put a little up in there. Of course, that may have been where the duct tape was. And then what I'm wanting to do is go over it with something really glossy. You know, some clear something or another. I gotta quit touching it. Okay. Okay. Now I'm gonna go in with that bronze metallic and make some of these areas a little bit darker. Hopefully it'll look natural. I don't know. And like, here's a crack. Oh, I'm gonna have to get my reading glasses for this. Oh yeah. That looks so old. And if she falls off this box, she will break. She's delicate. If you wanted to make one, you might want to go a little thicker on your clay than I did for personal use. You know, if you want to make something like a sale, you'd have to probably find something cheaper than that stuff, I guess. Can't get this natural looking right here. Oh yeah, I'm liking it. I'm liking it. Anyway, that's what I'll be doing. Okay. Here's what I got so far. And then I went in there with a little, that looks a little obvious. That don't look natural, but it will do. And I went in these little areas. Went in right here. Right there. And anywhere I touched and it came off, I might have touched up. Some of it I left. Like I didn't go back and do any of that. Or that. I figured the high points would be scuffed anyway, so there's that. And now I'll let this dry good. And then maybe put a glaze on it. I don't know yet. Okay. I decided to get my Powerade bottle of glaze and just pour it and let it run down, but then she looked striped and I didn't like it. I should have just maybe poured it to the side and let it run down thick, you know, not in a straight little line. So I'm roughing her up a bit. One thing, I was trying to scrape this to make it more level, which ain't gonna happen, you can tell. So if you make one, make sure you got this good and flat before it dries. But you know, it dried in that, so I don't know. Maybe it's just made lean like that because it was on a pole originally. And I could sand more off, but I'm not going to. I'll figure something out. I don't really want to put felt because it would show. So I don't know. But anyway. So where this, see that stripe? It went all the way down like a stripe. There's a stripe. And I did add a little more right there because that was just a stripe. And so I've got this one. So over here, where did I put that razor? So over here, this is the dull side of the razor. Because it flips around backwards to store it in here. And these are nice razors. I got it at Walmart. But you have to be careful with them. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to rake around this. And I got a big white patch here, so I may try to stay down. So I don't know. But after I done that, I thought about just raking her all over because I like that look. But if I messed up, if I was wrong, there's a lot of work gone. So I'm just slowly gonna rake and get around this round corner when because where it's thick, it's kind of harder to rake. So I'm gonna use this rounded corner and get it going. And put some lines this way. Now maybe that'll help. And so I've got that look. And if I went over it with a thin layer of glaze, it would turn this color. So I think I need to do it a little more. So I don't really know. I may just, of course I could just go over part of it. Not with a run. Lesson learned, which I think runs would look good in a way, but I didn't like it on this. But see, when I rake it away, that looks pretty good. But if I do the whole thing, it's like, why did I go all that trouble, you know? I can do large areas. I could do at the bottom of that maybe. Anyway, I'll do some and then I'll be back. Okay, I'm getting feared. It's looking a little too white here. And see all the scratchy look? I don't want it to look that planned. I'll take this sandpaper. And wear breathing protection. Although I'm not. Okay. don't like that. But let's see. And I'm doing a little niche there because I had a straight line there. So what I'm going to do, take some of this glaze. And I'm going to pour it sideways. I could get a brush, I'm just too lazy. So, okay. I'm going to let it run sideways and down, and I'll help it with my finger if I have to. But I'm going to leave some of the white. Like right here, I think it needs a little bit of help. And I'll pat it where it'll be nice and thick like the rest of it. Okay. And then up here, I'll probably do it up high. That way I don't have all my shaded at the bottom. So can you see? I can't tell. I'm trying to get a migraine, I can tell. So my vision, I think, is a little worse than usual. Let it run down a bit. Oops, I'm gonna end up with some lines. Gotta watch where it's going. Alright. And I don't really, I could cover a little more white, I wouldn't care. Okay, and my plan is, I know I'm always changing my plan. After this dries, then I'm going to put some kind of shiny, thick glaze on it and hope I don't regret it. Because I usually don't like shiny, but that, I'll show you. That thing, it's just so pretty and it's shiny. Why can't mine be shiny and pretty? But see, that's where I got the idea to drip it, because it looks like they just let the glaze run and wiped it down and left it thick. And, you know. Oh, one thing too, I gotta remember to try to cover some spots with tape again. Then I want to stay rough like this one, because I like that look. But anyway, let's hope I don't hate the shiny. We'll see. Yeah, let me know if y'all like it or hate it. Okay, I really like her, but I don't like what's going on here. So I'm gonna do that to her, and I may redarken these little cracks, and then I'll be back. Okay, I got a mask on for this since I was gonna be doing so much scraping. Being a good girl. And still got a little bit of line, look there. So just showing you, just gotta get in there and scrape. And hope you don't break it. Okay. And this side, I'm gonna do the same thing. Even right here on this little seam, maybe. And see, it'll stay in some of these lower roughed up areas. And here I am making another line. And so now I think I'm going to take some thin glaze and just darken most of this a little with it, you know. Not running or anything. But see, you learn from me, unless you like the runs, which might look good on some things, you'll just have stripes, you know. Pretty much. So I think that'll be okay. And I might do part of this. Well, I'll go ahead and do it just to show you. You can scrape away. And I need to get that stripe out. My sandpaper's kind of dirty. I used it somewhere and it left a dirty spot. Because I've used it on so many things. We can't really see what I'm doing, can you? Let's see, where you at? Alright, that might be good. I'll blow all the dust off of her. I think I might need to do this side a little more. I'm just going to use a little wad of paper towel because I don't want to have to wash the brush out again. Let's see. I'll put some of this up here. I think I'll dab it. Maybe dabbing will, you know, give some different, I don't know. Who knows? And I can always let this dry and then put another layer of this. Because see, it barely colors it, so it's not going to be as too drastic. My kitty cat's tearing up furniture. Where's he at? Oh, gotta love him. Alright. Yeah, I'll add some more. So, you know what? Ooh. Don't drop it. Ah. And I'll go back and add a little more after that dries good. So maybe it won't pull itself off again. And go in here and darken these cracks. Okay, can't remember where I stopped last. But I pretty much got her the way I want her to look. And so I went back with some more different duct tape. And put it in random spots. And I don't think I did here, but in most places I wanted to leave a little edge where I could get it off easy. And that way it'll leave that dry look like the other one. And I'm going to use this stuff, which I don't know about how to work, but one way to find out. And it says use a nylon brush, paint it on. I guess I can go ahead and start doing that. And it says it's water-based. I almost couldn't get my jar open. If you get anything like this, you know, when you're coming home from shopping, it's been in the bag sloshing around, take the lid off and wipe it out good and wipe this outer edge, because I mean it was hard to open. Oh, look how thick. I'm nervous. This is a cheap abused brush, but we'll see. Maybe it'll kind of self-level. I hope. You know, I probably could just skip spots instead of taping it. With this stuff being so thick. Oh well. Oh, that stuff is thick. I like that, I think. I'm just going right over the tape. Ooh, you reckon it'll peel off? Anyway, I'll be back. Okay, there she is, finished. Well, except I gotta glue the stand to her. And I almost knocked her off trying to stage it up there with that stuff behind her. But I think she looks so good. Now I'll show you this mess I got staged. Alright, let's get this out of the way before I break her. Alright, I'll show you my mess. It's chaos because I'm trying to get my booth ready and going berserk. It's chaos all the time anyway. But anyway, she's rough right here and smooth there. And rough right there on her neck. Yeah, I think she looks pretty good. And she's pretty heavy. So, and I'll show you again. This beautiful thing is what inspired me to leave the rough spots. If I can find one. Oh, there's one. And on her shoulder. And I woke up with a migraine. Well, I'm trying to get a migraine. It ain't full force yet. And I gotta go paint the door and the trim in my booth. And I went to do it yesterday after work. I hurried and had my bags with all my paint supplies and all this. And I was getting out of the car and I'm like, where's my gallon of paint? I had left it at home. So instead I went and picked up my shelves and my little table, which is really a desk, at Walmart, and it was very heavy. But I got it in there. Okay. And so there she is. And I even put some of the, well, that stuff on the bottom too. That's what's on her that makes her shiny. And I want to show you something I'm working on. It was beautiful until I kept fooling with it. It's just hollow. Kind of like paper mache, except it's fabric. And I'll show you how I made it. And I'm going to have to put, where I cut the little top, I'm going to have to put something because it just looks cut, you know. And like, put a light in it. And it's pretty quick to make except dry time. So that's something I could price fairly cheap. And it looked really good before I put that stuff on it. You know, I just had the glue water, but I'd need more glue because she wasn't quite stiff enough. So I'm practicing with that, and I decided I don't like the shiny on it, but I'll put her in the booth and when it's not shiny and just see what other people like best. And you know, she could be dolled up. See that, how that looks all gooey shiny. And this was just a little dress that already had this trim. And so when I put it on the thing I used, where's that hook around anyway? I don't know where it's at. I just had to make sure that was at the bottom and then that was at the next section. So I kind of pulled it down. I pulled the hip part up and pulled the front down. And it gave me some pretty little pleats right there. But I really liked her better with the neck more mannequin looking, I think. And now I want to go get a Barbie doll at a thrift store where I can make her sitting down. Because I got a little chair, it's made out of something like that, little white metal stuff. I want to make one sitting in it. But I'll be making a video because I'm going to be making some. Anyway, let me know what you think of my old looking mannequin. I love her. And almost broke her a million times trying to get that little background behind her. But I have to have a good thumbnail, you know. Anywho, it's chaos and I hope you like it. And subscribe because I'm going to be frantic making stuff. Because I want my booth to be mostly stuff I make with pretty good prices for me. And then the thrifty items I buy, like, let's see. Let me get this. Like this little thing, that looks kind of shabby chic and all that. I can make it cheap. Well, I don't have the price of what I gave, but I'll make it cheap. Because I ain't got no time in it and all except for shopping and cleaning it. So, anywho, y'all stay tuned. Bye, y'all.